The man in the middle of the road I drive for a living. Night shifts mostly. Long-haul freight, coast to coast sometimes, but mostly I just deliver smaller goods across the state. I'm used to being on the road at odd hours, seeing fog roll across. Lonely highways, the glow of truck stop neon in the rearview mirror. The way darkness stretches out in every direction like a black ocean. But that night on Route 47, I saw something I can't explain. And no matter how many times I try to reason with myself or watch the dashcam footage, the result is always the same. Nothing. Just static. It was around 2:30 in the morning. I was hauling a small load, medical supplies, and running behind. I'd stopped for a coffee about an hour earlier, but it wasn't helping. That part of the route cuts through dense forest. No houses, no gas stations, not even a lit sign. Just trees and darkened road. And me, cruising along with the low hum of the engine and a podcast to keep my mind occupied. Then my high beams caught movement ahead. It wasn't an animal. It was a person, a man, standing perfectly still in the middle of the two-lane road, facing downward, arms hanging loosely at his sides. No flashlight, no phone, nothing to make himself visible. Just there, like he was waiting. I slammed the brakes, tires squealing. I came to a full stop maybe 10 feet from him. My heart was racing. Who the hell just stands in the middle of a road at 2:30 a.m.? I flashed my high beams. HONKED. No reaction. He didn't flinch. Didn't even lift his head. I grabbed my phone. No signal. Typical out there. I thought about getting out, but something in my gut screamed I don't know how to explain it. It was like an instinct. That kind of dead silence, that kind of stillness, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel normal. I shifted into reverse, started backing up slowly to go around him. That's when he moved. He started walking toward me, slowly, head still down. Just one slow step after another, arms hanging like some broken puppet. I panicked. Rolled up the windows, locked the doors. My hands were shaking. I honked again, yelled through the window, flicked the brights repeatedly. Nothing. He kept coming. Then I saw them, on either side of the road. 3 more figures emerged from the woods. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Same posture, head down. No lights, no phones. Just shadows of people drifting out of the trees and stepping onto the road. They weren't running. They didn't need to. They had me boxed in. I slammed the truck into drive, heart hammering so hard it drowned out the engine noise. I floored it. The man in the road was still in front of me, now just a few feet away. I expected him to dive out of the way. He didn't single quotes T. Instead, he lunged forward, right toward my windshield. I screamed, braced for impact, but there was none. He vanished, not rolled off the hood, not knocked aside. Just gone. I didn't stop. I didn't look back. I just kept driving. Miles of empty road, trees whipping past. No headlights behind me. No signs of pursuit. I didn't breathe until I reached a truck stop half an hour later. Pulled in, parked under a floodlight, and finally let my hands stop shaking. I grabbed my phone and checked the dash cam. I had to know what the hell I saw. Nothing. Just static. Right where the man should have been. The camera flickered for 30 seconds. Then normal footage again. Just me shouting, alone in the cab. Lights cutting through an empty road. I called the police. Filed a report. They went out there, searched the road. Found nothing. No footprints. No evidence anyone had been there. Just me. A driver with a panicked voice and a glitchy video file. They chalked it up to fatigue. Sleep deprivation, hallucination. Sighed. Maybe I nodded off and imagined it. Maybe the static was just a hardware malfunction. Easy explanations. Safe ones. But I know what I saw. And I know what I felt. Weeks went by. I tried to forget it. But every now and then, I'd hear stories. Other drivers, talking about figures in the road. Blank faces. People who shouldn't be there. Some say it's a cult. Others say they're just messing with people. But I've heard of cars going missing, people vanishing on that stretch, and I can't stop thinking about that man. The way he didn't move. The way he lunged like he was trying to get in. I changed routes after that. Won't drive Route 47 anymore. I don't even like looking at trees at night. And the weirdest thing, my dashcam still works fine. Never had static again, except for once, 2 weeks ago, 2:30 a.m., just for a second. Driving through another wooded area. The camera flickered, and for just a frame, I swear I saw him, standing in the middle of the road. Waiting. The third stall, it was just after midnight when Erin pulled off the highway. She'd been driving for hours through the stretch of empty rural interstate between Reno and Salt Lake, a lonely stretch of road dotted with nothing but gas stations, fast food signs, and the occasional blinking rest stop marker. Her gas tank was fine. Her problem was her bladder. The highway rest area appeared like an oasis in the dark. One of those government-maintained stops. A few vending machines, a water fountain, 2 picnic benches, and a small building with restrooms under buzzing. Yellow lights. Erin pulled her rental SUV into the lot. Only one other car was parked there. A dusty silver sedan, windows tinted dark. She glanced at it as she climbed out. No movement inside. She walked briskly toward the women's restroom. The fluorescent lights inside flickered, creating that awful humming sound that somehow always made these places feel abandoned. The tiled floor was damp, though not soaked. Maybe from someone cleaning earlier, or maybe condensation. Either way, it gave the air that clammy, humid quality. There were 3 stalls. The first and second were open. The third farthest from. The door was closed. Erin caught a glimpse of legs beneath it as she passed by. 2 black shoes, perfectly still, toes pointed toward the toilet. She didn't think much of it. People used the bathroom in silence all the time. She took the first stall and did her business quickly, trying not to touch anything more than necessary. The walls were tagged with faded Sharpie scribbles, phone numbers, hearts, a disturbing stick figure drawing with "He's watching" etched beneath it. She rolled her eyes. When she exited, she glanced again toward the third stall. Still closed. Still the shoes, motionless. She washed her hands slowly. The mirror above the sink was cracked. The air smelled like disinfectant mixed with mildew. Her eyes drifted back to the third stall. Still no movement. Still no sound. No flush. No shifting. No breathing. That's what began to bother her, the stillness. Nobody is that still for that long in a public bathroom. She leaned slightly and peered beneath the divider. Again. Her breath caught. The shoes were facing the door, now toes pointed outward. She had never heard them move. A chill ran up her spine. She stood upright, heart racing, tried to rationalize it. Maybe the person turned around quietly. Maybe they were changing. But why so silent? Then she heard it. Breathing. Slow, raspy breathing coming from the third stall. She backed away from the sinks, edging toward the exit. Her heart pounded in her chest like a drum. She kept her eyes fixed on the stall door, not daring to blink. She reached for the bathroom door handle. The lights flickered violently, and the door slammed shut. She screamed, grabbed the handle and pulled. Nothing. It didn't budge. It was as if something or someone was holding it shut from the outside. Behind her, the third stall door creaked. She turned slowly. It was opening. Very slowly. A sliver of darkness widening between the door and the frame. The inside of the stall was pitch black. The shoes were still there, unmoved, just inches behind the door. No person visible. Just the shoes. She took a trembling step forward. Something in her needed to know. Needed to see. When the stall door fully opened, there was nothing there. No one. Just the old, cracked shoes. and a crumpled brown coat lying across the toilet. But the shoes, they were standing, upright. Standing, but with no legs in them. Aaron backed away slowly, breath shaking. Then the coat twitched. Not fell, twitched. As if something had moved beneath it. She ran to the door again, yanking it hard. This time it flew open. She bolted out into the cool night air, gasping, eyes wide, chest heaving. She didn't even look back. Didn't check if the other car was still there. She just jumped into her SUV, locked the doors, and sped out of that parking lot like she was being chased. She drove another 100 miles before stopping again. The next day, she tried to report it. Told a highway patrol officer what she saw. He didn't laugh. Instead, he asked, "Was it the rest stop on mile marker 231? She nodded. He sighed. "You're not the first." She pressed him, but he just told her not to stop there again. Said they had some vandalism issues, but the way he said it, she knew there was more. Later that month, she looked it up. In 2016, a woman had gone missing from that exact rest stop. Security footage showed her enter the restroom around 2 a.m. She never came out. Her car stayed there until morning. No sign of a struggle. No evidence of a crime. Just gone. Aaron never used a highway rest stop again. But sometimes, in her dreams, she's back there. Standing in front of that third stall. And this time, the coat doesn't just twitch. It stands up. Fare from the forest, they always say don't take the last ride. It's like an unspoken rule among rideshare drivers. The final pin of the night, especially one that takes you somewhere rural, isn't worth the few extra bucks. But I was short on rent and had been driving all night. I told myself one more wouldn't hurt. It was close to 1:45 a.m. when I got the request. The pickup location was strange. The pin was dropped on a remote forest road about 30 miles outside the city. A place I'd never been before. No visible house, no store, no gas station. Just a thin gray line on the map surrounded by thick green. The rider's name was simply Matt. No profile picture, no rating, no reviews. Just that name. I hesitated. My gut said ignore it, but I was already out there. I hit accept. I drove for nearly 40 minutes. The road narrowed into cracked pavement, then dirt. Tall trees lined both sides, blotting out any moonlight. I turned off the radio. No music felt right. Just the sound of my tires crunching gravel. Eventually, I reached the pin. No lights. No sign of anyone. I kept my foot on the brake, engine humming. I tapped the horn once. Nothing. Then, from the woods to my right, a figure emerged. A man maybe. Mid-30s, wearing a dark jacket, jeans, hood pulled halfway up. He didn't wave or say anything. Just walked straight to the back passenger door and got in. No greeting. No questions. He shut the door gently. I glanced in the mirror. Couldn't see his face clearly, just a pale reflection. Something about his posture felt off, stiff, like he was sitting too straight. "Hey, you Matt?" I asked. He didn't answer. I checked the app, ride confirmed. Destination was a vague address back in town. No details. I pulled back onto the road. For the first 10 minutes, it was dead silent. Then he spoke. "You should have kept driving." His voice was calm, but it sent a chill through me. Like it wasn't meant as a threat. More like regret. I glanced at the mirror. The back seat was empty. The door was still shut. No sound of it opening. No slam. No click. Just gone. I swerved slightly and hit the brakes. Heart pounding. "Hello?" I called out. No answer. I turned on the cabin light. Still no one. I reached back. The seat was warm. As if someone had just been there. But he wasn't. I checked my phone. The app was still running. Ride in progress. The destination pin remained. Then the map began to shift. The route recalculated itself, twisting and re-looping into the same back roads. The end ride button was grayed out, no cancel option, no signal bar. I tried restarting the phone, nothing. It booted up with the same screen. Another notification popped up. Thank you for picking up, man. The ride will end when he says so. My mouth went dry. I kept driving. The trees grew taller, the road narrower. Every few minutes, I swore I saw something in the trees. Flickers of movement. Glimpses of white. A face, maybe. But when I'd turn, nothing. 40 minutes passed. Then an hour, still the app ran. I passed a red mailbox 3 times. The same twisted tree with a broken limb. I was stuck in a loop. I tried calling 911. The call wouldn't go through. Then as I rounded a sharp bend, I saw headlights ahead. A gas station. Old, rusted, but real. I floored it toward it, pulled into the lot, and jumped out of the car. Inside, an older man was behind the counter. He looked up, startled. You all right? He asked. I must have looked like hell. I asked if I could use their phone. He slid over a landline. I called the cops, told them everything. They arrived half an hour later. Took a statement. When they checked the rideshare app, there was no trip history for the past 3 hours. No user named Matt, no GPS log. They thought I hallucinated it. Said maybe I fell asleep, maybe stress. But I didn't. The seat was warm. And when I opened the trunk to show the officer, nothing was inside. There was something lying there. Dark jacket folded neatly. It wasn't mine. The officer asked if I'd like to report it as found property. I said no. I left the jacket in the trash bin by the station. Later, at home, I deleted the app. I haven't driven since. But a week ago, I got a notification, even though the app was gone. Thank you for picking up, Matt. We hope you enjoyed your ride. No way to uninstall it. No number to call. Just those words. And every night since, I swear I hear someone open my back door. And sit down.